Hello and welcome to Doubles and Trebles. I'm back on a solo mission as Pieman's internet issues continue, and I'm here to give an update on the Epsom Oaks. It's just 8 days away now. Our Ante Post Preview video is up there. Thanks for those that have watched that. It's done a few views so far, and there's more to come. Just to cover really the biggest changes in the market as the runners and riders have now settled down a little bit. And most of them at the top of the market are confirmed to run at Epsom. The one I like actually isn't confirmed, unfortunately, but that is factored into the price. We'll come on to that. Biggest changes in the market since the last update, approximately 10 days ago. Emily Upjohn, the favourite, has shortened into odds on pretty much across the board. There's a bit of even money about with a couple of suppliers, but she is, for all intents, odds on. There's a theory out there and an opinion, if you like, with Emily Upjohn and people trying to take her on, saying she was a bit free in her races. That's the reason to take her on. I've tried to get on board with that. She's an odds-on favourite in what will probably be a big field race. They're normally the types of races I get involved in and oppose the favourite, but I just can't. She's won a Sandown novice event first time up this year by 9.5 lengths. The form of that's been backed up. Then she's gone to the Musadora at York, one of the key and best trials for the Oaks, and she's won that as easy as you like by 5.5 lengths. I've watched that back today. She's a pretty big filly, Emily Upjohn, but she's not too free. And I think that with a bigger field, it might help her settle better. There was only 5 runners at York. She raced on her own a little bit throughout. She wasn't troublesome. So this thing about her pulling or doing herself away with the race is not for me. I also think she'll stay as well. She's just won so easily. She's so impressive so far. I'm not saying to back her at even money. Of course I'm not. But I certainly wouldn't be a layer at this stage. Chris Bono in the comments likes Emily Upjohn, and he likes her that much that she thinks she's going to win the Arc as well. She's 11-1 to do that. She's going to have to win the Oaks first, you'd imagine, but she could well be a contender in the first Sunday in October in Paris. The biggest market mover since our last video is Nashwa. She won the race at Newbury a couple of days after our first video, and that was the only trial remaining really. She was ridden with such confidence that day by Holly Doyle. She won as easy as you like. I mean, the winning distance might only just be under 2 lengths, but she's gone off odds on that day, and she's won like she should have won odds on. So Nashwa so far this year has won a novice race at Haydock by 6.5 lengths. Then she's won a listed race at Newbury by just under 2 lengths. So John Gosden's got the first 2 in the market. Nashwa is as short as 4-1 now. She was 12-1 when we last spoke. Will she stay? That is the big question. I love her. I think she's a lovely horse, Nashwa, but she looked all speed to me at Haydock and Newbury. There's big question marks over whether she'll stay. The owners had a decision to make whether Nashwa would go for the Epsom Oaks or the French Oaks, and it's the French Oaks is only over 10 furlongs. The Epsom Oaks over 12. She's been confirmed for Epsom. Holly Doyle could be the story of the year, really, if she becomes the first female rider to win a British classic race. And she's got a 4-1 chance. The market says she's got a 4-1 chance of doing so. Bob Diaz in the comments is all over Nashwa, and Joseph Conley likes her too. I like her, but probably not for Epsom. Next in the market, and the big drifter in the market since we last spoke a couple of weeks ago, Tuesday. She was around 4-1, second favourite behind Emily Upjohn. She's now general 8-1, as big as 12, as short as 5 or 6. So there really is a disparity in the opinion of Tuesday's chances in the market at Anti-Post as we speak. Since we last spoke, she's ran second in the Irish 1,000 guineas Tuesday. That's a good performance on the face of it, don't get me wrong, but she was a long way behind Homeless Songs on the day, 5.5 lengths behind Homeless Songs. So Tuesday's been third in the English 1,000 guineas. She's been second in the Irish 1,000 guineas, and now they're trying to 12 days later after her Irish 1,000 guineas excursions is trying to go and step up half a mile in trip for the first time. She's never raced beyond 8 furlongs. She's going to be going up to 12 furlongs for the Epsom Classic. He has done it before, Aidan O'Brien. He done it with Tuesday's full sister, Minding, that was second, that won the English 1,000 guineas, was second in the Irish 1,000 guineas, odds on, and then stepped up half a mile and won the Epsom Oaks. But that was in a poor year in terms of opposition for Minding at Epsom. I think this is a good renewal at Epsom. and it's not the preparation for me. I mean, I can't argue with the master, but it's not the preparation for me. Concert Hall, also trained by Aidan O'Brien, also ran in the Irish 1000 Guineas, and will also be running in the Epsom Oaks, another to be making the step up of half furlong. She was third, Concert Hall, staying on third in the Irish 1000. I backed her that day, to be fair, and she looks more of a stayer. But again, I don't like the preparation. It's a short turnaround. It's just 12 days, and she'll be going up half a mile in trip. But I would say about Concert Hall is she is more likely to stay a mile and a half than Tuesday. That is for sure. On our first video, in comparison to the Derby, where I've not committed to anything and I can't really, there's nothing stand out betting wise for me in the Derby yet, and I've not advised any bets, to be fair. Tranquil Lady in the Oaks, I do fancy. I did the first time we caught up on this video with Pie Man, and I very much stand by that. Even stronger, actually. She was 12 to 1 when I put her up. She's now as big as 16 to 1. She's absolutely 100%. I mean, she's not 100% to run at this stage, so I wouldn't advise backing Tranquil Lady Ante Post as we stand. I think those at the top of the market, all the ones I've mentioned actually, are all going to participate. I think they'll all be declared, so the market should stay pretty strong and in line with what it is now. As such, I've already backed Tranquil Lady, but if you're watching today, I certainly wouldn't advise backing at Ante Post today. There is a question mark over whether she will run or not, but I think Tranquil Lady's chances of running have increased in the last couple of days. Joseph O'Brien also trains above the curve, who will be going to France for the Prix Saint Hilary. So above the curve is not going to Epsom, so that maybe makes a stronger case for Tranquil Lady to go to Epsom. She's a half sister to the highest rated horse in Ireland, also trained by Joseph O'Brien. That's called State of Rest. She won a decent looking trial by over 4 lengths last time out. Tranquil Lady, I made a strong case for her on our video a couple of weeks ago. Fingers crossed, she's 16 to 1 now. I'd be even more confident on Tranquil Lady now than I was then. A, because the price is bigger, which is always nice, and B, because the Aidan O'Brien horses didn't win the 1000 Guineas in Ireland, and they've been weak in the market. So I think Tranquil Lady is a little bit of a forgotten horse in this race, particularly with above the curve not going to Epsom. All positives for me. I would wait for it to be declared before pulling the trigger if you have not done so already. Final one to mention is a bit of a shortener in the market. Moon de Vega has seen her price cut from around 66 to 1 a fortnight ago. She's as low as 28 to 1 now. I think 33 is the best available in the market. She got a horrible passage in the Cheshire Oaks where she was unlucky. Ralph Beckett has won this race before with an under-the-radar horse, Talent. I think that was 2012. I was there. I should remember. But yeah, Moon de Vega was 4th behind Thoughts of June in the Cheshire Oaks. She got a really quite unlucky passage. She's going to have to take a massive jump up on ratings. She's actually only officially rated 80, Moon de Vega. I mean, she could get in some Royal Ascot handicaps off a mark like that, but she went for a spin round at the Gallops morning at Epsom on Monday earlier this week, and yeah, Ralph Beckett's been talking her chances up, so keep a lookout for her as well. One that hasn't really changed or nothing to update on since we last spoke, Thoughts of June. She would be my second choice. She's still in there. I think she's a stayer. She's an Aidan O'Brien horse that looks likely to run, that didn't run in the Irish 1000 Guineas. I think that's a positive. She's a stayer. She finished in front of above the curve at Chester. And I think actually, I mean, there's obviously Tuesday's a lot shorter in the market, but I think Thoughts of June could actually be ridden by Ryan Moore, and in which case she wouldn't be 20 to 1 on the day. I think she's got the best chance of the 3 O'Brien contenders that are in there at the moment. He might chuck another one in as well, but if he did, it would be a massive price. So there's a Epsom Oaks Ante Post update. We've got plenty of content to come. Pie Man will be back when we get his internet back on. But yeah, thanks for watching our content. There's plenty of Derby content out there as well. The Darts Premier League is coming to a conclusion. Then all the majors start coming thick and fast in the darts as well. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll speak soon.